Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer volume of options when it comes to property education, property training, courses, mentorships, online courses, boot camps, masterminds, mentoring? It's crazy. In this video, what I want to do is really just break down what you should expect from a really good property training course or mastermind or mentorship, and what some of the red flags are that you can look out for so that you don't end up like many of the people that I've spoken to who spend thousands, tens of thousands of pounds in some cases on property training that for whatever reason has left them disappointed, out of pocket, in debt, and they're just not ever going to see a return on that money spent. The first one that you absolutely need to consider is high pressure selling tactics. Okay, it is absolutely rife in our industry, and honestly, it's a little terrifying. High pressure selling tactics is unfortunately one of the main ways that people are selling property training courses in our industry. And the problem with that is that when you are in a room and you're surrounded by other people and it's very hype led, you make impulse decisions that are not really well thought through. And it's that impulse decision that those high pressure tactics are relying on. They're relying on you handing over your money in the room and then it being too much of a headache for you to be able to get it back. And those high pressure selling tactics, they work, but they don't work for the right reasons. Whenever you're entering into even thinking about spending money on any sort of training or mastermind or mentorship, make sure you take the time to think about it, do your due diligence, do some research, ask for reviews and feedback, and really decide whether it's the right move for you. The next red flag that I think has to be mentioned is anybody saying to you that you can get rich quick in property. Honestly, property is amazing. It's an incredible investment, but the issue is that people are promising financial freedom in 90 days. And you know, if you buy this thing, you'll absolutely achieve financial freedom really, really quickly. You'll be able to quit your job and clear your debt and it will happen super fast. The reality is unfortunately very different to that. A business, like any business in our industry, has to take time. You start with foundations and you build from there. That can't be done in 10 minutes. It can't be. In order for you to build a sustainable, future-proofed, profitable, systemized business that you are excited about being part of and running for the long term, you really, really need to work on understanding that it's going to take time to build that up. You can't do that overnight. And anyone promising that you can be super rich in property in 10 days, 30 days, 90 days, unfortunately, is likely to be trying to get money out of you rather than giving you the best possible advice. Another giant red flag that you'll see in our industry is people teaching outdated material. So what worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when they became a trainer, doesn't work now. So I've seen this so many times, and I've had clients that have come to me so many times and said, well, I've done everything they said to do, but it's just not working. You know, in 2023, things like Facebook ads are working. TikTok's been introduced into the world. You know, the same methods that we used to operate 10 years ago, like leafleting, whilst it can work, it's really outdated in the way that we do it. So actually what you want to make sure you're doing in terms of your due diligence when you're checking out a property trainer is actually talk to them about when was the last time that they implemented what they are trying to teach you. You know, was that working for them 5 years ago? When was the last time they actually did it in their own business? If it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, actually is probably quite outdated, and it's important that you check that that's still going to work in your business today. Any really good training business is going to be evolving their content over time and making sure they keep you updated on exactly what's working in today's market, in today's economy, with today's interest rates and today's buyers and sellers. It isn't the same as it was 5 years ago. It certainly isn't the same as it was 10 years ago. So just make sure you double check that before you commit your funds. I also think it's really important to understand what it is you're going to be getting for your money before you invest any money into any sort of course, mastermind or mentorship. I've had clients come to me that have told me they've spent over £20,000 with certain mentors in our industry and never even got their mobile number or access to them on Slack or any sort of conversation with that mentor In fact, in many occasions, what they've actually got is a member of their team that's below them who's maybe not as experienced as the mentor that sold the mentorship in the first place. The difficulty with that is that time kills deals. In our industry, you've got to be able to get quick answers. Otherwise, the deal that you're looking at is going to be gone. Someone else would have bought it, or the investor that you want to work with will be gone. They'll have invested in something else. So it's really important to know that if you're going to invest, especially those high amounts of money, into working with a mentor, that you're actually going to get to work with that mentor. You're actually going to get to speak to them on a regular enough basis that your business is going to make progress all the time. There's nothing worse than having to wait a month till your day or half day or a couple of hours in the office with that person that you've spent all that money with. And by the time you get there and you get your answers, the deal's gone anyway. It's really important that you check what it is you're getting when you hand over that money. Are you actually going to be able to work with that person? Are you going to be able to get quick answers? Are you going to be able to really move forward at the speed that you want to move forward for the investment that you've actually invested? And the last red flag to mention to you really is one that I'm really shocked that most people don't know about and don't do. If you are about to work with anybody, if you type their name into Google and the word scam, if it comes up that there's loads of articles and news and, court cases, all this sort of stuff about that person, that's a giant red flag. Do your research, do your due diligence, and double check it before you commit. It's important. In this industry, unfortunately, not everybody who's offering training, guidance, and mentorship is out there to really give you training, guidance, and mentorship. Unfortunately, a lot of people are out there to just take your money and move on to the next. It's really important that you check these things out before you commit. Now, if you're tired of navigating the maze of property training and all the different options that you've got, and you want a central place that you can go, Cogito Wealth offers a CPD-accredited 12-week implementation program to all of their clients that join. You get access to me personally inside of our private group, and you get access to all of our team as well. So you can get your questions answered every day. You don't have to wait weeks for a response, and you don't have to wait till you're back in the room with that person. You'll be able to get access to all of our materials and support and guidance to back it up every day while you're running your business. If you want to find out more about how you can join the Cogito Wealth Strategy Hub, all you've got to do is get in touch with me or click one of the links with this video, and it'll give you everything you need to be able to make a really good, educated decision. But remember, don't commit until you've gone and done your due diligence, you've spoken to us, you know exactly what you're getting for your money. And when you're ready and you're happy that you're ready to move forward, only then do you invest your money.